Cute. Mom chic. All right, let's do it.
All right.
So,
We're back.
we are back. We know we took a hiatus, but here is Reality Ruckus. I'm E.
And I'm Justin.
And we're back. We're here to talk about. You want to do it again?
We could keep that. I just sounded crazy.
So we're really gonna just unpack Real Housewives of Potomac. We both took a hiatus because we're not gonna lie, this season was mad boring.
Boring.
Very boring. Very, it was just so boring.
It was so boring. So everyone's like, "Can you do a review of this episode? Can you do a review of this episode on Twitter?"
Right.
But honestly, there was nothing to review.
You know what? Oh my God, I'm pulling the damn mic. Ooh, ooh.
It's okay. It's okay.
Should we leave it
Yeah,
like
we
this?
can leave it like that.
Okay. So I would say, I feel like this is so horrible. So I would say that I think that they put too much into one episode.
Oh yeah.
I think that we love the cast to an extent of Real Housewives of Potomac, but I don't think they gave us much to work with in the sense of the season.
Right.
All I can talk about is that last episode.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, oh.
The last episode, they crammed in everyone's personal lives.
Right.
The business ventures, everything that was happening. We saw NECA with the
empty house.
Yeah, still with the empty house.
The empty house.
So they just crammed everything that should have been lightly spread out through the season in one episode.
All right, let's start from the top.
Okay. Let's go from the fight.
So the fight happens.
Okay, yeah.
I think it's insane that we are allowing, and we've said this before, stragglers to come onto an established cast, onto an established show, and try to make a point.
This is my beef with the Bravo producers. Well, maybe not the Bravo producers, the producers of the Real Housewives of Potomac, specifically, and Ashley Darby. There has to be a line where you protect your talent and want a good show.
I agree.
This woman has made dangerous accusations on Chris Bassett, who's the husband of a full-time cast member, Candace.
That has given everything.
That has given everything to this show. So not only did she make accusations, we have Giselle running around, oh, I think Chris touched Deborah. So now it's turning into sexual assault with this woman.
Right, it's just...
And she shouldn't be around.
Right.
She shouldn't be able to be around.
Right.
She wanted a moment last season, season 7. She said, hey, can we speak, Candace? Candace said, iconic, the no ma'am. Happens again at the party. Hey, do you want to say something to me to my face?
No.
No, I'm not giving you camera time. Get out of my face. Get
that's
out.
What it is.
But the producers need to do a better job of protecting their talent because look what happened.
Right.
When a thirst, and Karen Huger clocked this, when a thirst bucket can be able to get in our space,
this is what happens. And Karen Huger didn't even have no issues with the girl.
Yeah.
But I said this before. That's one thing I can appreciate about Karen. When that's what it is, that's what it is.
Yeah.
So she was like, I know that this girl's a thirst bucket. You could tell that this was for camera.
Yeah.
And that's what this is. And now someone is bleeding.
Yeah.
Like a grown woman with children is bleeding.
Deborah's first scene in Real Housewives of Potomac last year, she put RHOP in her bio.
Wow.
On her Instagram bio when she did a scene with Ashley with her babies. Like, girl, you're not in the cast. You never will be. RHOP with the flower in her bio on Instagram after she did one scene. Yeah.
That's thirsty.
Thirsty. Can I get a little thirst bump, please? Boop. Yeah.
That's very thirsty.
Thirsty, yeah. But Ashley is blind to see that she has people around her who are using her. Because that girl's Ashley's friend because she wants to be on the show.
Right. And that's the tea. And that's why I always say, Ashley is going to be the downfall of this franchise because Ashley doesn't know when to just stop.
Right.
She doesn't know when to just stop. They're like, oh, can you maybe do this to get this started? And she's like, well, I'll do this, this, and this. And then I'm going to be on some...
This is the everyone says Candace is bringing the danger to the show because of the fight with the Monique, which she didn't start either but Ashley Darby's husband actually assaulted the producers of the show. Right. Ashley Darby has someone assault one of the friends of this season, the show this year.
Right.
So who's the real issue here?
Right.
Your husband's sexually assaulting the producers, the
Like,
cameramen,
literally
walking around
squeezing
touching people.
butts.
Ashley Darby.
And then on top of that, she's saying, "Oh, but he still pays my bills.
You have to
and I still rub his feet every night." Guys,
This is what pisses me off about Ashley.
That's that young stuff, and this is why Ashley will never get respected.
This is what pisses me off about Ashley and a lot of the Real Housewives of Potomac fans, and I'm going to say this loud and clear. The real issue with Real Housewives of Potomac is Candace is the only one who's a verbal assassin, and none of those girls can stand up to her. Has violence been called on against Nene Leakes with all the reads that she's done to girls and being disrespectful? Was there violence called on Lisa Barlow on Salt Lake City when she called Meredith a fucking whore from New York who's fucked everybody and blah, 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 blah? Literally. Did everyone say, oh, she deserves to get hit the way y'all do about Candace?
Right.
When she does the verbal sparring? Portia, Kenya, those are the girls.
Those are the girlies.
And the reason why people can't take Candace is because she's the only one on Potomac who is at that caliber.
They tried to assassinate her marriage.
Yeah.
They tried to assassinate her character. Not saying that she didn't have that fight with Monique.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, what she's gotten and what she's given are not adding up.
Right.
The math ain't mathin'.
I agree 100%. When you're the only verbal assassin on the cast, of course people are gonna be like, oh, if she can dish it, she deserves to get hit.
Yeah, but
in what Real Housewives world?
Why can't you argue?
In what Real Housewives world does that exist?
Be quicker.
And if you and I see these new Twitter girls jumping on, oh, Candace deserves to get her ass beat by blah 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 blah.
But they will never do it.
Watch
Use
Deuce.
your words.
Watch Deuce.
Yeah.
Watch VH1. I don't know what to tell you. This is not that.
Yeah.
Being a verbal assassin is one of the top qualities of being a housewife.
Being a housewife.
Period.
It really is.
Nene Leakes, Kenya Moore, Portia,
Phaedra,
Lisa Barlow, Phaedra. Are y'all calling violence against all of them when they're verbally sparring with each other? You're not. So why is Candace getting that on the internet?
This is also
I don't
why
understand.
The Potomac girls feel like they don't get enough clout, really, when it comes to the franchise. They're like the stepchild.
Yeah.
Because I also feel like I was very happy where they go DR for the cast trip.
Yeah.
They went to Dominican Republic, and I was happy because I feel like they never really go anywhere exciting.
Right.
I was very happy to see DR as one of the spots, but I was just like, I think that everyone needs to, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Everyone needs to come together, and they need to squash the beef. But then again, I don't feel that way because I really do think they OD'd on Candace. I really do. And if you don't see that, and guys, I was a Candace hater. I was. And she grew on me so much because you could see the growth in her. Yeah. In Chris. You could just see the growth in them.
A holy matrimony.
Yeah. And that's why I'm just like, you guys
a
are
real
not giving
housewife.
her any credit.
You guys are looking at this cast as, you guys are so used to mean girl behavior on this show that when you see a real housewife like Wendy, like Candace, it's like, ugh.
The married ones.
The married happy ones who live in luxury, which check all the housewife boxes. You guys are
own their homes.
You guys are confused.
That don't live on the south coast of Potomac.
You guys are confused when you see a Real Housewife on the Potomac franchise that checks all the boxes that can verbally go back and forth. It's because Giselle can't verbally go back and forth with anyone. She gets confronted.
Is that the intelligence Wendy said many were lacking?
Yeah, exactly.
Because I don't disagree.
Robin can't go back and forth.
I don't disagree.
All Robin does is yell over people. Giselle.
No, because you're not going to tell me.
Giselle looks like a deer in headlights when she gets confronted. Ashley Darby is deny, deflect. They can't go back and forth. The only one that can go back and forth with Candace is Karen, but they won't because they're friends.
But also, did you notice how slow Ashley gets up when she's clearly getting her ass handed to her? Yeah. She's just like, I'm like, girl. Yeah. I can't. It's just getting very old, guys. Yeah, it's mean
old.
Girl behavior. And now, so not only is Candace leaving, but Robin is also leaving. Long overdue. And I think they kept her so they could keep Giselle. And now I think that it's either going to go one or two ways. She's going to get her personality back. We're going to see season 1 Giselle.
Season 1 Giselle was iconic.
Or she's going to continue not speaking.
She's not talking, guys. Giselle's not speaking on the show. Giselle is
speaking.
I don't know where her fans are like, she's so iconic. She was seasons 1, 2, 3, 4. That is the past. Giselle, I could count the words Giselle said this fucking season.
Giselle is not
Giselle is not talking.
I feel like they just put like music behind her and then they're trying to be like,
she's like, da-da-da-da-da.
She'll be like, I don't agree.
Daughter goes to college.
My daughter.
Made a clothing line. Okay, what else?
Was A and G?
G and A. Giselle did not talk this season, except when she sat Robin down at the beginning. That was it.
And that was iconic. I wish she would have ran with that. But literally, I'm like, is she on the show? What is she here for?
Yeah.
What is she here for?
She was giving friend of vibes.
It was, and not Charisse. She was giving more friend of vibes than Charisse.
Yeah, totally.
Charisse was over here trying to make a moment. Charisse, pack it up. And I loved Charisse in the beginning. Yeah. I loved her relationship. I loved the gift shop shopping with her daughter. Not in no plastic hanger.
Yeah.
Lot Less. Not that there's anything wrong with that, because I actually wore a dress from Lot Less to a wedding, but I'm just saying. It's all about how you wear it. And she had the nerve to be on Housewives shopping with her daughter in a very, like...
Yeah.
Like, if we're going to make statements... And that was my other issue with Potomac. It was just getting very cheap.
Yeah.
And I think that also Big Bird kind of solidified that. Yeah. And I think it's because they're allowing people like Big Bird
It's Ashley Darby's.
And it is definitely Ashley Darby. And also the whole boob thing. Guys, when is it going to end? She refuses to not wear a bustier top. She refused. She
got on my damn last nerve. I swear to God, she gets on my damn last nerve. But again,
guys, even after the fight, they still let her skate. She said, well, I have to learn my lesson, and I won't just bring anyone around the group, and I will take my time, and I will get to know the person before I introduce them to the group. Thank you.
Ashley Darby.
And they let her skate.
They let her skate. But I think her time is ticking because she is copping pleas on Instagram these days.
What do you mean?
She's apologizing for the fight and saying, I don't believe in violence. I don't believe in this. But your ass is on camera saying, well, Candace shouldn't have opened her mouth. Candace should have opened her mouth. On a show called The Real Housewives of Potomac, you want Candace to sit there and close her mouth.
Wait.
You want Candace to just be silent. What is this, Silent Hill?
Wait, well, for Giselle it is.
For Giselle.
Also.
For Giselle it is.
For Giselle it is. But also, when she had the nerve to be on confessional on some, Candace grabbed a bottle. And what was she going to do with that bottle? Girl, why didn't you jump in the fight if you were so concerned about the bottle? Why you ain't grab the bottle?
First of all, let's do the order of events.
I'm just going to let somebody attack me?
Let's go through the order. Let's go through the order of events of that fight, because people seem to think that Candace and Wendy were talking about Deborah before Deborah approached them. No. Ashley asks, our cameras down. Boom. Deborah makes her way to Candace. Hey, can we have a conversation? Candace, no. No.
Literally.
The help is talking to me. The help is talking to me. Get her away from me. Get her away from me. Get her away from me. Boom. She throws a drink at Candace. Keiarna, then the glass hits her face. Then they start swinging. Then another one of Ashley's ghetto-ass friends, the one with the yellow dress, pulls Keiarna down, and then that's when they tumble. So 2 of Ashley's friends go and put hands on a friend of the show.
That's insane.
Ashley Darby, your time is up, sweetie.
And I honestly,
I'm so sick of you. And then you have to sit there and have the balls to be like, oh, but what did Candace do? She lifted a bottle. She was about to get attacked.
She lifted a bottle.
She was about to get attacked.
What she said. She said, I can't believe Candace would even grab a bottle. How dare she? Your friends are over here literally assaulting people to the point where people are holding pads
I cannot
with blood on
stand that girl.
Blood on cable TV.
If Ashley Darby was in front of me saying that stuff, I would make her feel so dumb.
Yeah.
Like,
it would be go home and cry in the mirror.
But shout out to Wendy for gathering the girls. Shout out to Wendy and Karen.
Yeah.
For gathering the girls and being like, Ashley, what was this?
Right.
This is a representation of your ass.
Right.
Do not make people, fans specifically, feel comfortable enough to come in our luxurious space to feel like they could put hands on it. Because that's what Ashley opened that door.
She did.
Season 7 and then season 8.
And you know she did, because she was probably like, go up to that. That's why she said her camera's down.
Our camera's down, girl.
And
Ashley Darby.
Wait, we're not even acknowledging that the girl was like, Big Girl was like, pull the footage, pull the footage. There ain't no footage to pull.
There's no footage to pull.
But we saw everything. The voice is there. The mics were still on.
And if Candace and Wendy were talking about her prior to her approaching them, the producers would have aired that.
Right.
So that's BS. And Ashley Darby, of course, taking the side of the aggressor, just like when Monique attacked Candace and she went and did a written statement for Monique.
Insane.
For
Insane.
Monique. She's always an op, always been an op. So
she's always
been an
I
op. She's always been an op.
That.
She's always been an op.
Oh my
she
God.
wrote a written statement against Candace
I remember
for
that
the
episode.
aggressor, but she doesn't believe in violence, according to her TikTok today. She don't believe in violence, but let me write a written statement for Monique, and let me defend Deborah talking about, oh, but Candace must have said something for her to get that way.
Right.
Girl.
Like, I'm sorry, I don't throw a glass to the point where someone's literally bleeding. Why not use your cards right?
She never plays her cards right. Never. Starting from the beginning of the season with NECA and Wendy. She just can't get it right.
Absurd. She can't
You've
get it
had
right.
8 seats. First of all, the words that you say to put people down always bite you. What she said to Candace a few seasons ago, and I will always say this, you're the least accomplished on this couch. My baby girl, you've been on the show 8 years and haven't produced shit. Okay, we've seen Candace get a master's degree on the season. We've seen Candace get engaged. We've seen Candace get married. We've seen Candace do a song with Trina. We've seen Candace do her first music video on the show.
She bought a house.
She bought her house. We saw Candace drop an album. We saw Candace go on tour.
All
on the show.
Ashley,
who's the least accomplished?
Ashley got married to an Australian sugar daddy that she decided to reproduce with so that she can collect a child support check because is she even 30 yet?
She's 38.
Oh, she's okay. She's 38. She's still a youngin.
Yeah. Or
so
36,
she can
maybe.
pay to get her tatas done.
28. No, 26.
Still rub his feet. Still have him pay her bills.
She's 34.
Claim that she is women empowerment in that very tacky home.
Oh my God.
Very confused.
I'm so confused.
But moving forward, Mia. Why didn't we hear about that in episode 3?
Right.
Like, it never came up. And
Right.
that's what's so weird to me. And I also don't like that they introduced her sexual assault prior to it because it was like, here's some sympathy. And now, like, we're going to show you this altercation between her and her husband of what?
Right. And I've been saying on Twitter, we need to be inside of Mia and G's home through this divorce. We've been saying that. If you go back to
need to be flies on the wall.
If you go back to our past reviews, we've talked about this before. We've said Mia needs to pull Elisa and Lenny. Like, we need to be in there.
The Lisa and Lenny show.
We need to be in there, bitch, because we were in there a few seasons ago. We were in there.
But I also feel like Mia's kind of being selfish in the sense that you could tell that Gordon is tight on money.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't you drag that?
Right.
I feel like she's being kind of selfish. And I don't know their relationship. I don't know what he's done to her. Someone did say that he locked her in a bathroom.
Yeah.
For 2 hours.
Yeah.
I don't believe in any type of assault. I don't think that's okay. But I do think that if she was such a committed wife as she claimed to be, she said if I was a gold digger, I would have left 8 years ago. Basically saying he was broke. I feel like then why wouldn't you milk this so you could write a book, he could get a check, you could get a check, and call it a damn day.
It was a lot. And that they filmed that months after they wrapped filming.
Yeah, because that dropped what? 3?
Yeah.
3 months after filming was done. This is my thing. I feel like Mia always had a plan. She always had a plan. I think she had a vision of her life. And I think that she gave a lot of it up when Gordon took her out the strip club.
Yeah.
Like, I think Mia was stripping to put herself through medical school. Like, I don't think Mia was going to sit.
Right.
Ever. I just don't think that. And I think that's also why her baby daddy side piece guy business partner, I think he's African, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's also why he's African. So I just feel like Mia had a plan. It went left. I think that Gordon might have maybe some type of alcohol issue, and I am not trying to put any type of addiction on him.
Allegedly.
Only because that time when they went on that trip and he was going with his tongue.
Yeah.
I was just like, what's going on? Like, I don't know. And then I also feel like she said, he is very edgy and irate and he can snap at any point.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I feel like Mia's plan just didn't go according to plan. I don't think that we should be talking about the kid's father on national television.
Yeah.
I don't know what that was.
I don't know what that was.
And I'm sure
either.
Mia's going to be like, oh, well, I was always going to tell him. But I still don't know what that was.
But you know what that did? That secured her season 9 flutes, honey.
Honey, next to Andy.
No, literally.
Next to Andy.
That was crazy that she said next to him.
When I saw that cast list, I was like, "Am I missing something?" Because I think it was like kind of near the tennis or the wiffle ball episode. And I was like, "Come on, what is this cast? Like, what is Mia giving us? What is Mia? She talks more than Giselle, but what is Mia giving us?" Cause
Giselle was on the mute challenge all season.
Yeah,
everybody on mute, like. And
literally.
But you know what? Andy, the producers gave her a warning by not giving her first seats, honey. This is her first year not having first seat. She honestly deserved like last seat, but whatever.
She really did deserve last seat. We get your daughter's going to college, but that's not why we're watching this show.
Yeah.
My love.
Yeah.
So, I think that Gordon might have some underlying issues. He's an older man. You know, he's been through life. I'm sure he has his own drama. I'm sure he's had financial woes. He is a businessman. Right. But I think Mia is just like annoyed that this isn't the life that she wanted, and now she's kind of stuck.
Right.
And went from 10,000 feet to 1,500 square feet because I got to throw that in. Yeah, so I think Mia's just annoyed. Have they gone through with the divorce? Do we even know?
I'm not sure, but she's flaunting her man on Instagram, her new one.
Oh, she's flaunting.
They're together. Like that, yeah. If you don't follow her on Instagram,
I don't.
You should. She's cute as hell.
I'm
starting to like Mia. Oh God.
No, I feel like they gave
I'm
us
starting to like Mia Thornton, who's soon not going to be Thornton, but yeah, follow her. She's giving us a show. She's giving us what these other girls are not giving us.
And that's the thing. Mia's like, oh, my check. Let me give some tea.
Yeah, she's giving the tea.
She's reaching, and then she claims it.
She deserved that first seat next to Angie for sure. Period.
I also just feel like when you're a seasoned housewife, because Mia's been here.
Yeah, for like, what is this, her third season?
Yeah.
I think this is her third season. Yeah.
I would say, I think also Mia kind of got a little, was when she tried to bring Peter in.
Yeah.
Oh, that
last season I couldn't not that I don't hate anyone. Last season I couldn't stand Mia when she had that thing with Wendy. It was just like, girl, please. But you know what? I could appreciate that she dropped it this season. She didn't bring any baggage from last season. Her and Wendy were able to have conversations this season.
So you think they wrapped filming and then the divorce thing happened? I think the producers knew. I don't understand why we're finding this out in the last episode.
I don't know why.
To be honest, that last episode should have been 2 hours.
Yeah.
Minimum.
Well, but it was an hour and a half, an hour and 15. It wasn't. It was longer than an hour.
Hour and 11.
Oh.
It wasn't a.
Yeah.
Still going by Mrs.
Mia. Look.
Guys, the first pick. I was gonna say, shall get a little closer.
Yes, Mia. That's your man. That is her man, honey. Okay. That is her man, and he's young like her. You know. And I love that her and Jacqueline are in a good place. She's doing good. I'm clapping for her.
Is this the man?
That's Watch What Happens Live. He was there. He went to the audience.
Guys.
Mia got her man, and Mia got her man, and Mia got her man, and he was out. Watch What Happens Live.
Guys, Mia looks great.
She looks fucking bomb. She looks really good. We love Mia. Good for Mia. I'm rooting for her.
I'm rooting for her.
We said that in the first.
We did say that.
We said that at the first time we ever filmed together.
We got to throw that in. We got to throw that in.
We're rooting for Mia.
Because we've been rooting for Mia.
Yay! Period.
Okay, sorry, I have a baby.
All right, guys.
Who's next? Go.
I think that's it for now.
I'm trying to think. Well, we lost Candace and Robin. I don't think they can actually.
I don't even want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about losing Candace yet. I haven't.
I think that she's going to be she'll be getting a Grammy.
She's coming back. She said she's taking a break.
And she called for it.
Yeah.
But I just think she's going to go get her Grammy and come back.
I don't want to talk about it. I had a rough day thinking about it yesterday. I watched The Real Housewives of Potomac for that mouth.
Totally okay with Robin being gone. Bye.
Totally okay with Robin. I'm not okay with Candace. But yeah, I'll talk about that after the reunion. We still have 2 more. We have 3 more episodes left. Oh my God. This is the longest season ever.
It really is.
Yeah.
We're going to run it for 9 months?
Yeah.
All right, well, Thank you for watching Reality
Thank you for
Ruckus.
watching.
Make sure you comment, like, share, subscribe.
We'll dive deeper into Mia once they dive deeper at the reunion.
Yeah,
right?
I think we need to get to that first episode to make any final calls.
Yeah.
But pack it up, Ashley. Bye, Robin. Bye, 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 bye.
Love you, Candace. You did amazing these last 6 seasons.
Thank you.
Forever a fave. I got your back, and I will argue with everybody for your ass, just so you know.
No, he literally will.
Candy gal, love
Candy
you.
gal.
Mwah. Bye. That was great.
Fabulous.